I am going to share with you my January TBR. It's a little more ambitious than normal, but I am not working at least until January 23rd. So I've picked a bunch of books here. There's no reason for any of them. They just sounded like fun. So I just decided, and I don't know what order I'm going to read them in yet. But the first book that I have in this pile is Aurora Rising by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I do have a reason for this one. This one is because I just reread Illuminae and loved it and want to read something else by them. So this might be fun. I also have How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I really liked the idea of this story. I also really liked the opening that I read in the bookstore probably over a year ago, which is, I often think of what Hendrik said to me over a century ago in his New York apartment. The first rule is that you don't fall in love, he said. There are other rules too, but that is the main one. No falling in love. No staying in love. No daydreaming of love. If you stick to this, you'll just about be okay. And that just intrigued me so much, and it gripped me, and I finally have it. My Secret Santa got this for me. So yeah, this one. The next book that I have here is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. And I've wanted to read this series for a very long time. I kind of wanted to just get all of the books in the series, but I figured I should probably read the first one first, see how I like it. They're really short, so I can read this really quickly. It's about a bunch of kids who go to like a school or a camp or something, who have been to magical lands and then come back to Earth and are having trouble readjusting. That's what I think it's about. And I may or may not read both of them depending on how I feel about the first one. I'm not a big series binger. I don't really like reading too much of the same story in a row. I usually like to really break up my series. But if I really, really, really love the first one, I'll usually jump into the second one right away. I usually won't read 3 of them in a row. But anyway, that's Tiny Pretty Things and Shiny Broken Pieces. So if I really enjoy the first one, I'll jump right into the second one. If not, I'll leave the second one for a little bit later. But I want to read this soon because there's a TV show of it on Netflix, and that's fun. Maybe I'll read this one first. Who knows? And this is about ballet dancers, but also drama. It reminded me of, when I heard about this book, it reminded me of the show. Now I don't even remember what the show is. I don't remember what it's called. But I loved it. And there's a movie as well. But it just made me think of that. And I loved that show. So I was like, I would probably like this book. And the last one here is You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Levithan. And I don't even know what this is about. But for some reason, I'm hoping it's going to give me the same vibes as We're Okay by Nina LaCour, which it very well might not, because there are 2 authors involved in this one, but I wanted to check this one out. I've had it for a while, so I chose this one. Those are the books I'm going to try to read in January. I mean, I'm going to have a lot of time, so I'll probably be able to do it. I'm really hoping this lockdown doesn't go the same way as the last one, where I just couldn't do anything. I'm going to try to be productive, which includes reading. And who knows, maybe I'll read more than these books. I guess you'll find out in February. When I do my wrap-up.